movies showing black youth in a savage way. And movies go all over the world, and they were positioning us for a slaughter so that when they did it, the world would not even cry out, because they were picturing us in a shameful and savage way. So I started moving around the country talking about stop the killing. Is that right? Thank you, Brother Don. Now it's getting close to the time of the Million Man March. And I realize that black men are under assault. I know I can't bring 1,000,000 men, but let me tell you how that happened. This is a tell-it-all day. Well, not quite all, but a lot of it. Listen, you know David Dinkins? The black folk in New York wanted a black mayor. David Dinkins was the man that black people had their hope in. But David Dinkins was pandering to the strong Jewish vote in New York. So he was on television beating the heck out of me. Now, poor brother, you know, it's just like a waste of time to beat up on somebody that really can't fight. You can't fight me in any way. I could have tore him a brand new backside, brother. But I said, black people want a black mayor, I'll stand down. And when Reverend Jackson had a dinner here in Chicago, Percy Sutton came to that dinner and came to my table and patted me on my shoulder and said, thank you. Because of you, we have a black mayor. Because if I had gone into New York and began to tear him up, it would have divided the black community and we would have never had a black mayor. So I swallowed it. It ain't ego. It's my love for you. Listen. So it's almost time for Dinkins to go up for re-election. We, the Muslims, we're going to rent Madison Square, Yankee Stadium. Hold 65,000. Guess what? The Negro leaders. Have you heard of them? The Negro leaders came to me and said, Farrakhan, we don't want you to come in the city now because he's trying to get reelected. I said, but brothers, if I come to Yankee Stadium and it's filled, Dinkins can send his man there and we'll get the people to get behind him. They said, well, that sounds good, Farrakhan, but it would be better if you didn't come. He said, now, if you don't come, we will unite. And when you do come, all of us will stand with you. I said, all right, brother. I backed away. Guess how many votes he lost by? 65,000. And guess what else? When I came to New York, not one of them, not one, except one. And the one that came to be with me was the Reverend Al Sharpton. He gave his word, he kept his word. All right, now we're marching. I said to the black people in New York, I said, if I come back, we were at the Jacob Javits Center. If I come back only to talk to black men, will you come out? There were about maybe 18,000 people there at the Javits Center. They said, yes, we'll come out. I came back. And mothers were bringing their sons. Women were bringing their husbands. Go on in there, man. Hear what Farrakhan got to say. 14,000 black men. And there I was talking. And it came out. I'm going to take 1 million black men to Washington. I couldn't call it back. It was gone. There you go. And I actually was saying to myself, boy, what are you talking about? It was too late. Ron Daniels, Hakeem Madhubuti, Maulana Karenga, all of my nationalist family, Christian pastors, we all came together in a unity that we had never seen before, because the problem was bigger than our division. It was black men in trouble. Haiti is in trouble today. And even in spite of differences, the bigger picture is Haiti. We have to come together around Haitian leadership and over the long term help rebuild Haiti. I'll get to a few things about that in a minute. You're tired yet? This is a story. My son said, drink some water. Where is it? Now, Clinton came. After Bush, he only was a one-term president. But just before the Million Man March, I was invited to the Washington Post for an editorial board meeting with Miss Graham and all the top people at the Washington Post. Who was with me? Were you with me, Sister Claudette? Don was with me. Brother Alim was with me. Okay. We went to the Washington Post. And at the time now, I was answering their questions. And then one man, I'll tell you his name in a minute, he said, and what about this wheel business? And I reached in my bag and I pulled out documentation of what Jimmy Carter said, what other leading people had said. And then I said, even on the front page of the Washington Post, a Japanese pilot saw it. He was flying a 747, and he clocked it for an hour and a half. I said, and he drew a picture of it, and you had it on the front page of your page.